Now in this video, I want to show you how you can tune the 1st through the 5th strings to the 6th string, no matter what it's tuned at. Now this will help if you're over at a friend's house and they have a guitar laying around and they don't have a tuner, or you just forget your tuner, or just think of any other example like that off the top of your head. Now this starts out by holding down the 5th fret on the 6th string. This is what it sounds like. Now the trick to understanding this is that the 5th fret on the 6th string is the same note as the open 5th string, which is this string right here, without any frets. So now listen as we climb the frets on the 6th string and play it along with the open 5th string, and see how it sounds when we're getting closer and closer to the pitch. Getting close. Right there. So now when you hit both the strings at the same time, you can't tell, because their pitch is exactly the same. That's how you know when they're in tune. So now let's tune the 5th string down on purpose. So now you can tell that they're completely out of tune now. So hit both of the strings at the same time. While you're holding down the 5th fret on the 6th string, reach over with your pick hand and tune up the 5th string. Never tune the string you're holding down. So let's pick them again. You can hear them getting closer. Not quite. So now let's see if it's in tune. And there we go. Now this is true for all the strings down the line. You can use the 5th fret to tune the 5th string to the 6th string, the 4th string to the 5th string, the 3rd string to the 4th string, but however, when we get to the 2nd string, when we want to tune the 2nd string to the 3rd string, we have to hold the 4th fret on the 3rd string. I'm in them both. You can kind of hear a little difference in the pitch. There we go. Now to tune the 1st string to the 2nd string, you go right back to the 5th fret method. So these two are a little out of tune, so let's use our little technique. Hit them both at the same time. And there we have it. So here we go down the line in order. Now understanding that every 5th fret, for example, I'm holding down the 7th fret on the 6th string with my pinky, and I'm counting down. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's a hard stretch. So we can see that both of those are the same. Now if you do the third string like that, right now I'm holding the 7th fret on the 3rd string, only count down 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Now the stretch is easier. As you get down to the smaller frets, stuff like that gets a lot easier. So here we go. We have the 9th fret on the 2nd string, so count up 1, 2, 3, 4. I also want to warn you that if you go over to a friend's house or an uncle's house or whatever, and they have a guitar laying around that they don't play, and you learn how to tune all the strings to the 6th string no matter what it's tuned at, then I want you to be aware that you always want to make sure that the 6th string is not too tight, because if you use this 5th fret method, you're tuning all of these strings to the 6th string. So if the 6th string is too tight, then as you're tuning all these up, the lower strings, especially down here, have a better chance of breaking. Right here my guitar is in standard tuning, and you can see just how much wiggle room my 6th string has, and I'm just barely pressing down on it with nothing more than the weight of my finger. Now I'm going to pull it here, and right about here is where I start having to use more force and pressure to pull the string back further and further. So use this as a good guide. If you're not sure, just tune it down a little more. That way, as you're tuning all these strings up to this string, that there's less of a chance of them breaking. And also, if you are tuned too tight and have way too much tension, then you'll notice that strings are harder to bend. So just a word of advice. So thanks for watching. I hope you learned something, and happy guitar playing.